Hello, and how are you doing today? My name is Robert Trippi. I'm with U.S. Food Taxi. Also, Service Expo is the marketing arm of this investment opportunity and will be the marketing arm of the restaurant that we're going to open and the chain of restaurants that will grow because of it. Just to go over a little bit about myself, uh, I have been really in the food business the last 5 years. Um, I've been in the food business since I was like 17, off and on, but got off into the tech field there for a while. And then I got back into the food business because of my father, who had a small pizzeria. And I seen how, how he could be successful with very little startup money. His situation, he opened up a pizzeria for $10,000. All the equipment was there. The lease was 2,500 a month, included all utilities, and its opening costs ended up only being about $7,000 with food and permits and first and last month's rent. Worked out very well for him for the time that he did run it. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started with this video series titled "Becoming a Partner." Okay, and what I'm looking for, if any of y'all have seen my ad, you may have seen one that looks similar to this. Um, you may have seen another picture on it, but you may have seen this posted up at apartments, houses, maybe emailed to businesses. Um, but I'm working with GoFundMe, which is a website that will allow me to take in the investment money from multiple sources, individuals or businesses or churches or any organization that would want to invest in this. Um, I am trying to raise, ideally, minimum of $50,000. 60,000 is actually what would be safe and definitely recoverable and definitely profitable as far as the restaurant goes. So, it's going to be a win-win situation for everybody. Okay, as far as the investors I'm looking for, um, this type of opportunity I feel reaches a diverse audience. So, obviously any private or angel investors, which would want to be like silent partners in this deal, could definitely invest. I'm asking for a minimum of $500 per individual to become a partner. Now, if you would like a bigger chunk of the net profits every month, what you can do is invest in increments of 500. So, for example, if you wanted to invest 1,500, you could do that, or 5,000, or if you just want to go with the 500, that's fine. Um, just throwing that out there, maybe a little early. Other types of investors, this is really reaching out to the food service workers. I mean, everybody that's in the food business. We've all worked hard for our money. Um, we worked in places, little pizzerias, mom and pop shops, franchise operations, churches, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, you name it, Jimmy John's. They're all out there. What are they paying? Like minimum wage? Maybe 7.50, 7 and a quarter, $8 an hour. If you're lucky, you get some tips along with that, but you're still restricted to a 40-hour work week. Well, you know, um, if you're like myself, I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck in the food business. Um, Even when it seems like the only opportunity, I guess, to get ahead is like work a bunch of hours, and basically, um, this is an opportunity that is available to everyone. Specifically, even like college students. This is great. Fresh when you're a freshman in college, take some of that money that you're getting for school and the excess money you have for housing and other things. Invest $500 right from the start. It doesn't matter if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. I mean, invest some money. You've got something working for you. to generate you money each and every month. And when you graduate from college, um, you've got a business partner that can help you get into business, either operating your own restaurant, and back you up, um, or support you that way, or some other business, whatever it is. That's why I think it's a great opportunity for college students to, put 500 in, and you're going to be getting 30% of that back every month. So we're talking, some good money. Put 500, you're getting 150, maybe more. I mean, I don't want to quote anything more, but more than likely you're gonna be seeing about 150 a month every month for the life of the business. And this business, when all the investors, and I'll go into these details later, but we may all decide at a certain point that I'll give you that option if you would like to sell the restaurant, because it's been built up to where it's very successful, very profitable, and we can sell it, for 300 plus thousand or more, you know, and that's a great way to go. We could for that whole time we've been getting money every month on the 500 one time $500 investment, and then when it comes time to sell it, you also get your share of the pie based on your investment, you know, and so literally that $500 within 12 months, can quadruple for you. But it's definitely a great way to have residual income coming in. And um, so I'll go more into details about all the concept and what's going on here. It's not just going to be one restaurant. Keep that in mind. This $500 is seed money to start one small cafe location, which is going to grow into like a family chain or an independent chain, and then eventually, um, when we have so many units, probably 20, 30 units of our own, we're going to look into moving into franchising, franchise it outside of Texas, all over the country, offer that, offer turnkey. This is by far going to be the best $500 you've invested. Okay. Now, also, basically, any military, law enforcement, government positions. I mean, especially military and police. I mean, y'all are working hard. You're out there, either going overseas, fighting for our country. Your family's at home. This is a way to send some of your money you're making, invested in something that can be growing while you're serving our country. And then when you do come back, you have something to fall back on. It's like a safety net, And so, right, and there's going to be benefits as an owner, as a co-owner. We're going to make sure your family's fed. So, I mean, if they're ever in a situation where they need help, I mean, we're going to have some kind of co-owner, employee, co-owner and employee meal plans, because we are owners, we will get discounted food, or in situations where it's called for. This is, to me, this is a business that's going to be completely, I trust God to give us the direction and the vision and to bless us, and it's going to be a blessing to everyone involved. So God is definitely a provider. I definitely believe that, and then, this is the whole purpose of this is to build a business that can, financially assist us and bless us in every situation. So, praise God. So generally, anybody that needs to supplement their income. I mean, you may be getting just by, or getting where you can save a little bit, but then it always seems like, something goes wrong and you lose your savings. Well, this is a chance to put in something, and your income will steadily grow. One restaurant, one cafe, I'm anticipating paying out, like I said, around $150 out of the net profits, because it's not one owner just putting some people to work and then keeping that $10,000-$15,000 a month on a smaller cafe that's doing, let's say, $30,000 a month. Putting that in his pocket. We're going to split that equally, amongst all the co-owners. if you do happen to apply, it's possible that you could be a co-owner and also apply, put in an application, and you could work in the restaurant as well. I would expect though that all of us together, let's say if we actually did 60 people at $500, that's 30,000. If we had 100 people at $500, that's 50 grand. That's where we need to be. But can you imagine the support team? You definitely want to, like, just like a seed being planted, you're going to water it and make sure it grows to maturity. So if we had 100 people each put $500 in, we definitely will never be short on helping the kitchen, on marketing, on answering the phone, cashier, whatever. I believe we're going to supercharge this restaurant, and offer great customer service and all that. I'm not expecting, like I said, it's a silent investment, but there would be times when it would be great that you volunteered some time to look after your investment. And mainly what I see is possibly helping marketing, word of mouth, sending us the business. You know, um, we have a marketing strategy that will allow us to achieve our goals in a short time, within months, rather than a year or 2 years. I expect to be by the second month be in the profit zone. We're gonna be making money that second month. The first month we call a soft opening. You know, first week we're really not gonna advertise much. We're just gonna make sure everything's in place, the system's in place, let the customers come in, and take the orders and process everything and make sure everything's running smooth. Make sure we got all our suppliers in order, everything like that. Once we got a functional business model, that we practically implementing it and worked out the kinks that first week, then we're definitely going to go guerrilla marketing, as they say. We're going to bulldoze the area and bring that business in. But so anybody that wants to invest, I'm really reaching out to the working class people, the people that are in the food business or other positions and just need, maybe they dream of wanting to own their own place. And like I said, this is a place where dreams will be fulfilled. I mean, you can at any time, if you want to open your own business and something else, you can save that money. Or if we ever did collectively decide to sell the restaurant, you'll have that money to open up your own thing. But like I said, we're going to build one location after another. We're going to have slow, steady growth, and then eventually, we're going to get to a point where really the supplemental money you're receiving every month from all these locations, I mean, you probably wouldn't even have to work, and you could pursue your dreams. So I hope you're all excited about hearing this and excited about the possibility of something legitimate and real, And so let me just move on to something else here. I just want to cover some industry statistics from this year, recent, put out by the National Restaurant Association. Um, Last December 2013, the total eating and drinking place sales in billions of dollars, there was $45.9 billion spent on food. Now, December, January is usually the slowest time in the food business, okay? So come January 2014, we were at 45.5 million. February 2014, we went to 45.9 billion. That's an increase of 400 million for that month. March, the next month, March 2014, we increased to 46.7 billion. That's a $200 million increase. April, it dipped a little bit, but we were still up higher than we had been all year. It was at 46.6, which was 100 million less, which isn't much considering it's already been climbing 400 and 200. So we're still 500 million in growth. As any investor knows, there's going to be some climbs, a little dip, climb, but the industry, we're out of that recession we were in, 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. We've come through that. And so I think everybody's more comfortable, more at peace, spending a little more money, going out, enjoying food like they have in the past. so they're not so tight with their money anymore. And I believe that. I've seen it. I've been in 4 startups here in the last 4 years. You know, two pizzerias, Greek cafe, um, work with burger joint and all that. And my marketing and my experience, I've seen nothing but food sales growth. Excuse me. Let me grab some water here. Gotta love that water. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so the so what we were saying going into April is 46.6 billion. May of this year went to 47.1 billion. June of this year went to 47.3 billion. Another 200 million increase. It's incrementing 2, 3, 400 million a month. July we were at 47.4 million. August was 47.7 million. You know, and the trend it's been just slowly, steadily climbing. So the industry is actually in a growth. You know, a lot of smaller business owners they're going to say, "Oh, you don't understand how tough it is and all these things." But what it is they're not marketing right. You know, they're not reaching their customer base, and so that's where my experience comes in. You know, so we definitely got a great opportunity ahead of us. There's definitely a growing industry. Food is a commodity that's we consume that daily, 2, 3 times a day. So just like the gasoline and utilities business and all these other things that are thriving. So the food business is thriving if you know how to get out there and get your customers, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Um, so you know we've reduced the risk here by doing a collaborative effort, by doing a co-ownership. You know, we've reduced the risk. So instead of us having to take a loan, save money, or borrow from other investors, the 50 grand, what I'm doing here is, you know, you're investing your money, but you're actually a part owner. You know, a silent partner, howbeit, but a part owner. Now, for those of you that feel like you want some involvement in the restaurant, well, there are going to be positions available. So and you will get paid for it just like any other employee. So, if those of you who want to secure a job, let's say, I mean, it's certainly possible you could have somebody sponsor you or donate the money so that you can have a job. You know, that's certainly a possibility. Because as a co-owner, that's what the co-owners, whatever positions are available and within the budget, will have first shot at working the positions. Um, So, like I covered before, we'll definitely have plenty of help if we needed some extra help or some volunteer work to make sure this continues to be a success and grows at the steady rate that we want it to. Um, well, that's about it for basically the introduction here. Basically, getting down to the nuts and bolts here now. How do you actually become a partner? Okay. Uh, I'm doing this pretty simple. Okay, and there will be a legal document that you'll have to sign that says, that you are a co-owner. It will specify in the contract how much you're actually invested into this, and then we'll have the site you can go to actually put the money, invest the money. But basically, first one, become a partner. To reserve your spot, you know, it's $1. It makes it within reach of everyone to not miss out on this chance. See, there's only a maximum, depending on the number of investors too. It could be as little as, it could be as little as one. If somebody steps forward and saying, "Hey, I want to put all the money up," you know, we're going to roll with this. But I will tell you this: if you miss out on the first run, there'll be another opportunity to get on another restaurant. Okay, so you're not losing out, but you definitely want to be on the get go here for this deal because you'll have a chance to make money that much quicker. But it takes $1 to reserve your spot to secure your opportunity to become a co-owner of a restaurant. So you basically need to call me and either schedule a place for us to meet, and we can do the transaction in person, or you can call me and I can take the payment over the phone. I'll take credit or debit card, and I'll send you, once I receive that dollar, I'll actually send you the contract um, that basically you'll have to sign. And that what that written contract will be is going to basically um, include all. Basically, it's a simple contract, but it's just going to say that you're obligated to put in whatever amount you agreed on in $500 increments. If you said, hey, I want to secure my spot and I want to be just do the $500 investment towards this 60,000 we're raising, then that's the way the contract will be written up, and it will be sent to you. You'll sign it, and then you'll have 60 days um, to come up with that money. So you don't have to immediately come up with it, because it's going to take a little time to get everybody together. You know, it's not all going to happen in one day. But as the momentum goes, and maybe you refer other people, I definitely want you to do that. If you have friends or somebody you're like, yeah, we're both going to put 500, it's definitely, you know, spread the word, because we need to get this project going sooner than later. Okay. This would be also, man. I mean, the holidays coming up. This would be a great Christmas gift. Can you imagine if you just decided, you know what, I'm gonna get my wife or my husband or my kids or my um, friend or whoever, I'm gonna make this like a Christmas gift. So you spend $500. You probably spend $500 on a leather jacket or some other piece of jewelry or whatever. But I'm going to buy into a restaurant, and you want it to be where it's going to be a gift. Like they're going to be the ones, because you're secretly sponsoring them. So you've bought it, and we've signed them up and officially made them, you know, uh, an owner. And of course, when we'll work that out. We'll initially do the contract in your name since you're buying it, but you can transfer that as like a Christmas gift to someone else, and we can make them that owner of that portion that you invested. And that'd be a great gift, a gift that would keep giving, not year after year, but month after month. I mean, how awesome is that? So once you secure and reserve your spot with that $1, it's $1 to reserve it. That's non-refundable. That's for the time and the contract. Everything else is just, I mean, but in our law, I mean, if I met you in the street and said, hey, let's do this deal, and we agree, and you give me $1, if you notice our dollar bill says, this can be used for legal tender. There's a little note on there. I mean, that's when you hand me $1, that's a legally and binding contract in the court of law. We're going to go ahead and do the written contract as well. We're not going to leave any room for doubt or concern or anything like that. Um, so you'll sign that contract and return it to me, and then like I said, you have 60 days, and you'll have to go to the website that gofundme.com/US food taxi. Okay. And you'll have to add your $500 investment there through the website by clicking on it's a donate now button. Okay, but you already have your contract and your written agreement. We'll sign, and you'll have 60 days to pay it, whether you pay 500 all at once or you pay in increments. There might be a minimum that they want when you do donate. It might be a minimum of $100. I thought I might have caught that. I'm not sure, but it's possible that it might be less. But you could break it up into $100 payments. As long as it's all paid up within the 60 days, you're good. Okay. Now, let's see here. So, after you any investment money you put in, okay, through this site, you receive a confirmation. If you do $100, if you do 500 at once, 250 and 250, whatever. Every time you invest the money, you're going to receive an email confirmation and notification. So everything's tracked. You're not going to be without receipt or anything like that. Okay. Once the the total investment money is raised, then at that time, um, there's going to be, like, if you want to say, an investors meeting. you know, informal meeting. I mean, this is, you know, ultimately you're you know, you're not investing. You're investing as a silent partner, but still, um, you'll still have the right to know where the money's going, how it's being invested. You might have um, some better options. Maybe some of these expenses you can maybe offer a savings, or you do that kind of thing, and you're willing to spend a little time or whatever your expertise. We're not going to have to worry about those things if they are considered an initial startup expense. Okay, but we're all going to agree that, hey, you know, this is the budget. I've already got the budget worked out. Okay, so as you can see, you know, there's the total figures on there. 40, 48,000, I don't know, several $100s, almost 49,000. You know, but you got to have some cash on reserve too. You know, and you know, I expect to be pulling in some profits above and beyond expenses and all that. You know, within 1 month, that we're going to be making enough money to pay the rent and the labor and the food costs and all that, and then there's going to be money start stacking. And then, like I said, that first month that we make that net profit, that's when we'll start dispersing some money out to the investors. Um, so a little bit of it is going to be held back for just to build up equity in the business, you know, slowly, and then the rest is going to be evenly distributed based on your investment, because you know, you're going to get rewarded every month, but also we want to build this where we can build a second location as well out of the money that we're making. So you can get a little bit of money here, like you're getting, and then you can get a little bit of money here that you're getting. So if you're getting 100, let's say 6 months down the road, you're getting a steady 150. 3 to 6 months, you know, you're getting a steady $150 a month here, and then this other one, when we build it, you're getting another 150. So now you're getting 300 a month off that same initial 500 that you put in. We're never going to ask you for any more when we go to the second location or the third location. You know, that is the seed money to grow this chain of cafes. Okay, I've got everything worked out. You know, I may have overlooked a few things. That's why that'll be made available at that time. And nothing will get spent without it being signed off by the majority. Um, you know, we're not going to let one person hold us up because they don't agree with it. Everything's majority on the investment. You know, the majority. We're going to go with the majority. Just keep it simple. You know, and you know, so if you don't like that, work it out now to realize that that's the way it's going to work. You know, when it comes to expenses, um, I don't think. I mean, I'm going to go. Let me put it this way. I'm going to go with the majority's ruling. I'm going to take heavy consideration on that. There may be some things, just because of my experience already with startups, marketing, or different things that you know it may be that it's maybe not the best decision to go. But everything's we're gonna make sure that this thing's profitable. And so um, I definitely encourage, and we'll accept, all kinds of positive information and instruction, Um, so I guess that's it. Be on partner. So number one, pay your dollar, reserve your spot. That way no one else steals it, because you may be thinking, oh, well, I'll do it when I get paid, get the 500 or whatever. In the meantime, we already filled all the spots and you're out. And once we're locked into this project, this is my momentum and my energy is going to that. I'm not really going to be starting anything soon. Not until the restaurant stabilizes. We're going to be looking at another location. We're really not going to be looking at starting a whole different funding thing so soon. Could be in another business or something. And you might have that opportunity. But as far as this is like a one-time deal, and it's once you're in, and you'll always profit from the enormous growth that that we have planned. Okay. Um, my brother's a software programmer. I'm a computer guy, but also been in the food business. I cook, I manage. I've run deliveries, marketing, open and close, handle like the whole thing. Flat top grill, fryers, pizza ovens, New York style pizza. You name it. I've done a